schedule? No.
You want to be?
Are we live?
We're live.
I saw that putt. Oh,
Hey,
shoot.
we're live.
Hey, sorry. Mike Campbell just
attention there,
interrupted the
Hoss.
beginning of this. He said he's sorry.
Is he sorry?
Welcome to Dirty Mo Live.
Schedule
I
release.
See, I didn't get the the alert that
Because you were too
Justin
busy
gave us last
flipping him
week.
off.
Yeah, you.
Did we get that?
That's on you. That's not on
We
me.
got that?
I hope it got
Oh
caught.
man, Olive Garden. When you
don't-
hear your family,
Oh,
Son
what
of
are
a
you
gun.
talking about?
it's on the TV.
Oh, okay. All right. This is a disaster. Well, we're here to react live to the schedule that just came out, 2024.
Hold on,
In
I'm-
case y'all don't know, that is next year.
I'm tweeting.
We're in 2023,
Thanks, John Madden.
and
Here's a guy who's got mud on his jersey.
I love that.
and let's break it all down. So, should we go through? Should we go through the schedule? Start.
First
to
of all, we
finish?
should say we haven't looked at it. This is going to be a true reaction.
Yeah.
It's not like Dirty Mo Media got the
No, we
the
didn't.
inside look at the schedule. We're just three
Yes, we
idiots
did.
sitting on a couch reacting to the schedule. So
They don't trust us.
All right. Let's do it.
Hold on. Is Double O in the chat?
We're
Double O,
didn't-
where are you?
Double O didn't get the notification that we were going live because
Oh.
this is impromptu. So
Oh,
I
he'll be
will.
here. He'll be here.
I'll send him a tweet. Honestly,
I'm going to call
I'll
him.
let him know. All right, let's go through the schedule. Starting with the Clash,
That's fine.
February 4th,
I think we all kn- like.
I
LA
don't.
Coliseum.
I don't-
Daytona 500
hold on a second.
returns to Daytona Beach,
He
Florida.
is speeding through.
Hey, can I
Hey,
make a
Denny
suggestion?
Hamlin,
Yeah.
slow
Yeah.
down.
Blacked out what track is which?
Yeah, you want to do charades?
Yeah.
All right. First one.
How do I do this?
I don't know.
Daytona, the beach.
The B.
Yeah.
All right.
there you
This is
go.
a
This is stupid.
Yeah.
Tim's bad idea.
the Clash. Let's talk about the Clash.
I'll mute my
Being
mic.
at LA again, I think we all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because of weather, you're limited on where you can go.
I just am not a fan.
Oh, I agree.
I'm not a fan of the Clash.
You don't like it?
Not at the Coliseum.
What does it bring?
I think
The
again,
market?
It's one of those
Exactly.
And I even heard that teams
They
don't
lose-
necessarily
they
lose
lose
money
money.
going there, but it's almost like advertising for the sport going to LA. It's all about the market there. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I
Then
think it's
find a way for teams to be.
I
it's
to
a
don't
make
good
like
money
it.
city.
there.
It's
I-
a good untapped city that NASCAR has gone into the last couple of years.
I understand the weather being a big deal, but I just think it needs to be in a place where people quote unquote care about NASCAR.
I mean, look how empty it was until even at the those first.
Unless you're gonna have Blink 182 play the
Now,
pre-race
I
concert.
will give them credit. They've tried. They brought out Ice Cube. They bring out the celebs, but early on in the afternoon out there, it's empty. And late at the final race, it kind of gets packed. But
just
overall,
doesn't do
it's-
anything for me.
It doesn't work.
I'm gonna say I like it
Well, you're wrong.
because of how many new NASCAR fans it can attract.
But is it attracting new fans though? Is it really attracting new
I
fans?
mean, I wish I had some stats in front of me, but the
Ben
last
Kennedy, call in.
the last
Yeah.
2 clashes, it has been more than 50% were new NASCAR fans.
But are they-
to the
are they-
area.
percent of what?
But are they coming back and what?
of the people in the attendance? The people coming back, I don't know. We'll have to get
would they be watching on TV even anyway?
I'll get some Clash stats for y'all.
All right,
How about that?
work on the Clash stats. We can talk about it
I
next
will.
week.
Next we go to Daytona.
I hate that. No, I'm just kidding.
Daytona 500 is back in Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm not so sure about 500 miles though.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I was about to hit
God.
Come on. We can
Sometimes I
agree-
don't know with you.
We can agree Daytona's a great way to start the season. This is different, and this is something that's interesting. We're going to the Dale Jr. term, drafting tracks in a row. Daytona straight to Atlanta.
drafting packs
What
if
do
you
you
have
call 'em,
mild
Dalton?
dyslexia. Yeah.
What did I call him?
I tweeted on Dirty Mo Doe drafting packs instead of drafting tracks because I don't know. I put out 4,000 tweets a day or something like that, and Dale replied to one of them was like, "What is this horse crap emoji?" And I was like, so I made a quick meme of how I messed it up. So
Yo, what do you think about back to back?
I don't love it, but I understand it. I understand going to Atlanta.
It's going to be cold,
But it is
too.
gonna be cold.
It's going to be very cold
Yeah.
in March, I think, is the date. It's,
but does that make the
No,
tracks-
it's not. It's in February. It's February 25th.
Does that make the track slicker? Does that make it more fun to watch.
It will be interesting to see.
And for those reminder, we lost one of the West Coast races.
So the West Coast swing, and we go to that next. It's going to be Vegas Phoenix, no Fontana.
No Fontana, and so that's why Atlanta's in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess the Vegas and Phoenix dates, for the most part, I think those are the same.
Yeah.
Since Atlanta's there, it's like the placeholder. The Vegas and Phoenix, if you are a resident of Vegas and Phoenix, I don't think the weekend changes for you.
Right.
If I remember that correctly.
So I'm pulling up.
Bristol is back
here you
on
go.
concrete.
Vegas was March 5th last year. Phoenix was March 12th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's the same
3rd and the
order.
10th.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tomato,
Bristol
tomato.
in
Yeah.
March 17th, back on concrete. No stupid, dumb dirt race.
Yeah.
I hated the
Well,
dirt
and
race.
so here's the change: is that race would have been Atlanta. This year was Atlanta. After the West Coast.
Oh, so they just kind of
Oh.
like switched them
it just got
around.
moved up a little earlier.
Yeah, I know. Somebody else says that we're twins again.
Oh my God,
I do
dude.
not see it. It's just because we're wearing the same color shirt.
All of JRM thinks.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys look like twins from the Y
It's
gang.
just right now. It's just because.
my shirt off.
No, you can't do that. We'll get the
Whoa,
stream taken
whoa.
down.
Don't
You took your shirt
flip your
off
hat around.
off camera
Flip my
last
hat
week.
around.
So
No, I'm not doing
You just
that.
made the adjustment.
See, now we, yeah.
Somebody last week, I was waiting for my Uber Eats, and they were like staring at me. I'm like, I'm just waiting for food. They're like, you were just down here. I'm like, no, that was Dalton.
Alex brings up a great point in the chat. Not Alex Timms in the booth. He never has good points. When there's no green Sonoma on the West Coast swing, I mean, like, we're not going to Sonoma.
That is so funny.
What?
He has the power to mute the mics.
Oh, crap, he does.
Just cut us off
Shoot,
immediately.
dude. Yeah, Sonoma.
I want to see
Not that we're
green.
jumping ahead. It's
green
about the same
Sonoma.
time in June. That would be so cool, though,
Yeah.
green Sonoma. But we're not getting that.
I would love to see, in my opinion, I would love to see Sonoma be the second race.
So
And you
I
think-
heard a rumor, it wasn't true, from a buddy of mine earlier this week saying that Sonoma was going to be the second race of the year.
I feel like it should be.
And that would have fit
if you're
perfect
gonna,
with the.
The
if
West
you're going to
Coast
go to the
swing.
West Coast, you
Yeah,
might as well
instead
go.
of Atlanta, it
you
could
might
have
as
been
well-
Sonoma.
Yes, you might as well go Daytona and then ship them all to the West Coast. Do all the West
Is that
Coast
a
coming back.
logistics nightmare, though?
Not really, because
I mean,
basically,
I guess they would. They used to
basically-
do that with Fontana.
Yes, basically what you could do essentially for the teams
That's a good point.
is send your haulers out there and then either have one or two of them come back and run parts, and then you don't have four haulers going
Yeah, I mean,
across
it's
the
been
country
done
four
before,
times.
logistically.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do that.
Yeah. I also heard a crazy rumor that's not true. So we go from Phoenix, Bristol, then Coda is the next race. I don't think that's all changed too much. I heard, again, from the same buddy who got some wrong information.
Sounds like you should
that
stop
Coda,
listening to this buddy.
Yeah.
Tell Freddie.
Where does he work?
No, it's not Freddie. The schedule that Freddie
I think I know where he
thought
works.
was true is the one that we're seeing here. But this guy, he's like, yeah, Coda's going to be in the playoffs. I'm like, I don't think so. It's not. Coda
Someone said,
is March 24th.
Phoenix should not have a regular season race if they do the championship there.
I honestly agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
I completely agree.
If we're not going to move the
And-
championship race around, I think it should only be there once.
And the fact that we only go to Miami once,
Yeah.
so like let's get rid of one Phoenix race, add a second Miami because Miami is such a great track.
Love Miami.
And especially
I'm
with
also
the next
from
gen
there.
car. Really?
Yeah, I was born
Wow.
a little bit north of there.
Friend, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not a friend.
Unbelievable.
Okay, just coworkers.
That kind of hurts my feelings.
Casual colleagues.
I've been to
Yeah,
concerts,
casual
Bristol.
colleagues.
We were in a movie trailer together.
That's right. We served together
We both did time
as
in the
extras,
military.
but yeah,
on
we
t-
did-
on a
I was in the
trailer.
Navy. What were you?
I think I was Marine number 1.
You were Marine 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least we weren't like
At least I was
locals in the
number
bar.
1. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Napa Racing fan 927 brings up a good point. Bristol in March. That's not going to have rain or anything.
Oh,
I know,
jeez,
right?
yeah.
So all right, here's let's predict it now. How many races are
So
on Monday?
How many are there? 36.
How many Monday races do we get next year?
How many races
Oh,
total?
yeah.
36.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say over under is at 6.
Over under 6. So you get. I'll take the under on 6.
Over.
On
You
Monday,
think more than 6 races?
Monday races?
will be on Monday,
I'll take the under.
or let's just say the day after, because there are Saturday races.
Yeah. It's
So, like,
postponed.
it's
It's
next day.
postponed by
Next
a
day.
day.
I'm gonna go over.
I'll
I
take
don't
the
know.
under.
I
I'll
feel
take
like
the even.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna say
6
6.
exact.
I can tell. I'm not Vegas. I don't. Whatever. There's 3 people on the couch.
This is exactly why we're not friends.
Yeah.
You were okay, Switzerland.
I'm not Switzerland.
Just take the middle.
I
Okay.
can't take both of what I got to make it interesting.
Let's go through some more here. Richmond, Martinsville.
So where are we at now? Okay, so
Nothing really
March
surprised me there.
31st, yeah.
Texas, Sunday, April 14th, is moved out of the playoffs and into a regular season
Like moved
slot.
up big time.
I'm all for that.
I like that.
That's
I
a
like
great
that.
call.
Why?
If you ask me. I mean, it's Texas. It's never been that exciting of a playoff race since the repave to me.
Here's another thing too. I think it was Kyle Busch brought this up, and Denny even said kudos to the fans. You're asking the fans right now to be out there in the summertime. You moved it up into the spring. That's a big win for the
that's
fans
also a
out
great
there.
call.
Yep.
Yeah, because you go from it being 100 degrees
aluminum
to racing in April, mid-April, to probably a much more comfortable temperature. I saw someone in the chat, and I missed your name, so remind me who it was, because next after Texas, we go to Talladega. They said it should be a night race.
At Dega?
We don't have lights,
Yeah.
unfortunately, at Talladega.
No. We could try a night race and see what happens.
We could
Glow
try.
in the dark cars.
Absolutely, we could. Let's go through some more here because I don't know if anything really speaks out to me about Dover, Kansas, Darlington. It's great to see that the All-Star race is back at North Wilkesboro.
Those 3 races in a row there, Dover, Kansas, and Darlington are going to be great races. I think that's a great plan for May to lead up into the All-Star race. And have, with the repave coming, I think that you're going to see a lot of buzz. I want to go again next year.
Oh, I absolutely want to go North Wilkesboro again.
Oh,
I mean, I love now knowing that could be a consistent, at least for like the Charlotte area folks, North Carolina people, that's a race that you can consistently travel to every year.
I just like having the 2 weeks at home in Charlotte. I know it's not technically like North Wilkesboro isn't technically
but it's a home race.
you do a lot of traveling for races.
Yeah, I just, I'm just saying it just makes sense to have things here.
I'm all for it. Chase Rice, if you at NASCAR, ask Chase Rice to perform again. I'd like to.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. Also, Rob, just
we can
real
go to
quick,
the beer garden.
Kyle Petty doesn't have anything to do with this, so. No, I love the All-Star race back at North Wilkesboro. I'd love to see it as a points race at some point, but I think they need more data before they can kind of like just commit to that wholeheartedly.
So let me ask you this: what do you think about after this year, maybe one more year at North Wilkesboro? Move that All-Star race around to some tracks that aren't on the
but they've
NASCAR.
tried that, and I didn't like it.
But why not?
It felt weird to me that there was like I don't know, like 1 year it's at Texas, 1 year it's at Phoenix.
No. Move it to tracks that aren't getting NASCAR races.
Oh,
around.
So like a South Boston.
Yes.
Yes. That would be great. But
Who is that?
Who is that?
Wait.
It's Brandon.
Oh,
is
it's our
that
buddy
voice?
Brandon Brown, general manager of South Boston.
you guys got to remember that All-Star race is an SMI property. So
That's
it's
fair.
got to go to SMI tracks.
Marcus,
Good catch.
if you could do us a favor and let it be passed around every so often.
Yeah, I think.
But I think that'd just be cool. I think it'd be awesome for those tracks to get that race.
So we have 600, Gateway, Sonoma, and then June 16th. I'm excited about this one.
Corn fans.
Going to Iowa.
Yeah, you build it, they'll come.
And Denny was talking about on the show.
He has
this
no
week,
idea where that reference is from, by the
Wait,
way.
what? It completely
If you
went
build
over
it,
my head.
if you build it, they will come.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know. You tell me.
You just make that up?
No.
That's pretty good.
I wish I made that
That's
up. I
pretty
wouldn't
good.
be sitting here with you.
See, this is why we're friends. Dalton and I, he can think on his feet like that.
Chad, please tell him where that
What
came from.
movie? What movie is that from? If you build it,
Oh,
they will
God.
come. While Travis
is
makes a
running.
beer run.
He's making quite literally a beer run to go to the fridge. There you go. That was quick. Iowa, Denny was saying on the show that is this going to be like IndyCar weekend where they have the big concert lineup? Where
It's actually Jared.
Jared said that?
Jared was one that brought it up.
Field of Dreams.
Yes.
There it is.
Yep. Field
Yeah.
of Dreams.
I would love to see that.
Because the IndyCar does it right.
Absolutely. Like, who would have thought that the outside of the Indy 500, the destination track you want to go to on the IndyCar schedule is Iowa.
Iowa. What
Iowa.
is in
And I
Iowa
wanna-
other than
I had
corn?
FOMO. I had FOMO of the IndyCar weekend at Iowa because of how cool. To be able to see 2 IndyCar races plus the stacked concert lineup they had. NASCAR weekend has some pretty big expectations for Iowa this year.
Yeah. I think it's going to be awesome. To me, this is a step out into a market that makes sense.
Yes.
I think it makes sense.
What the Clash doesn't make sense.
This makes up for it in a way. Like, damn it, have the Clash in Iowa.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I literally.
Well, weather will not work.
I know. But I'm
And-
just. I keep forgetting about the damn weather. Someone needs to build a short track somewhere below the Mason-Dixon line, honestly, because this is just, well, I mean, there's a few, but just further down in Florida or Texas or something where we can just have it all year round and not have to worry about it.
Not to mention that with losing Road America from the NASCAR touring schedule, this is a big win for the Midwest. And Midwest fans still having a few options. Obviously, if you were a fan of going to Road America, Chicago, which we're going to get to, is back as an option. But now Iowa is another place where you can go and watch Cup Series action, which we've never been there before.
And that's a crowd in an area that I think yearns for that race. And I think this next race, just call it now. NASCAR, get your tweet, sell out. It's going to be a sellout. Every spot there, just draft it now. Get ready to press send. You can schedule the tweet.
Iowa's like right in between a bunch of big markets like Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Louis even. And that is a if I lived in a one state radius of Iowa, I would go to that race in a heartbeat. So I think it's something to think about there.
Man, we have a few people going back to the Clash. JGR for life said Bowman Gray Clash for 2025.
Absolutely not.
Michael replied and said Bowman Gray would be freezing cold, and then Daniel said Bowman Gray's a great idea. You don't agree, Dalton?
He says, "Oh well, bundle up." I've been in snow races in Martinsville.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I went to school uphill both ways. This is what Daniel would say.
Think about how cold it was on that West Coast swing this year.
I know. Yeah, it snowed at Auto Club in Fontana. I mean, I don't know. Bowman Gray it's a little too rowdy, I think. But if it's, I don't know. There's an argument to be made.
So we have one LA fan coming in, Faith Thomas. But you
turn them into fans in 2016.
That's pre-Clash, though.
Pre-Clash. So, Faith, I want to know.
You lose your vote.
I want to know your experience being at the Clash then.
Yeah.
If you went, I would assume, I hope, if you live in LA that you've been to the Clash. So we're looking at the comments. Let us know, especially like the types of fans you saw there, because that's my argument.
And here's
it's a different demographic of race fans, or not even race fans, people that you're pulling from to come to a NASCAR.
But I don't think that the Clash is a true representation of what NASCAR is, and I don't think that having it in LA does it justice.
Define why is it not a good representation?
It's just a bumper car fest. It's just crashing and banging, and I would not say
short track.
And I could ask our resident Cup Series driver, is there a ton of skill, quote unquote, needed from the top to the bottom to do well at the Clash? I really don't think.
Who are our Clash winners?
Truex, which I mean,
Truex
makes
and
sense.
Logano.
And Logano. Yeah, but I mean,
those are some talented drivers.
I'm not saying I understand. I understand they're talented. I just think that there's nothing better than for me standing at the fence at Charlotte and watching a car going 180 miles an hour past me to get me go, I want to come back to this race.
So it's an interesting point because Denny on the podcast this week read a review about a fan that had stopped watching and following NASCAR but went to a race this year and got back into it. And Denny was saying once you go to one race, you want to go back. So I'm curious if the Clash is enough to bring someone in, or if they go to it and they're like, meh.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I'm guessing, though.
I don't have those answers.
The one thing NASCAR does, and to your point, is they do a lot of studying, and I think there's a reason they're staying out there, is it must be working.
Yeah. I mean, they're not wrong. I don't know. I think
my reason is more about the logistics.
I'd be happy to see it at the new Auto Club short track if that's better, if the short track package is better. But I don't know. It doesn't. I don't even care to really tune in as a fan from back home.
I will say the racing is a little bumper car-ish.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
trying to find stats on the Clash.
Okay. Andrew's gonna look up some stats.
Where are we at now?
Let's see.
We just talked about Iowa.
Nashville Superspeedway, so
New
not
Hampshire,
the
Nashville.
fairgrounds, is back, but we're going to Nashville now. It's not
It's not
really
Nashville.
in the city.
It's 40 minutes. It's in
it's
Lebanon.
Lebanon, yeah.
Lebanon.
Lebanon,
It's
whatever.
It's
Potato,
40
potato.
minutes. Now listen, I'm all for it. Old Red, if you want to do another thing with the Dale Jr. download, I speak for us, and I'll gladly come back. That was fun. Alex, do you want to go back to Nashville?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Listen, if we go to Nashville, Alex and I are already calling dibs on that trip.
Dibs.
Oh, I'm going to.
No, we already called dibs.
No, I'm going to.
Yep, dibs.
Real quick, Bill, the reason why you're watching this is because you clicked on the thumbnail, and that brought you to this video, and that's why you're here watching us talk about NASCAR. That just wanted to let you know that.
What do you think about the schedule, Bill? I want to know
yeah,
what his
tell us.
thoughts are.
If
in the
we're
chat.
geeks, let's hear
Okay,
from an
so
expert.
Yeah, I
let's
agree.
Michael Doyle. Clash is way better in LA than it was several years at Daytona. Thoughts?
I mean, yes, he's right. There wasn't a lot of fans in the stands. There wasn't a lot of. I'm not saying that Daytona was the perfect Clash location. I just think that having it. I've been to the LA Coliseum. I watched a football game there. It doesn't do anything for me. I just think there's somewhere else that it could be better. Where, I don't know.
I wish if you knew the weather was gonna be right, I'd say hold the Clash at North Wilkesboro and move the All-Star race around. That would be mine, but the weather, you can't really rely on that.
That's why I feel like, some market down south needs to.
Hey,
or
Brandon, can you guys build a
Houston,
dome
Texas
over
needs
South
to-
Boston, like a retractable roof?
Oh.
Yes.
Michael's
Get on
saying
that.
Michael's saying Sonoma weather isn't good in February, and wouldn't be good for the track and camping purposes. So that's probably
Okay.
why we
Okay.
don't stick
That's
on the
why-
weather.
So I guess
mean,
there's
it
a
is pretty
small
north.
window
Yeah.
for when it's like all green, I guess.
Yeah, I would assume I'm not from California, but that's why it's green, is because there's a lot of precipitation.
Oh, is that how it works?
So-
Precipitation.
Oh, we got rain
That's
tires.
a
not
that's
a
a
botanist,
vocab word.
but
Yeah, we
you
have
know.
road.
Botanist
We
is
have
another one.
We have road tires and mud flaps and windshield wipers.
Yeah. Just jack them things up and get them on dirt.
All right.
Why not?
We
Oh,
go
wait.
from Nashville to my hometown, Chicago. Street course is back.
What do we think?
How do you feel about that as someone from
I
Chicago?
absolutely love that
And
it's
someone who
back.
went.
as a fan or as a Chicagoan?
Ooh.
Dude, honestly,
Like if the same race took place in New York City, which it would never would, but let's just
But would
throw
you
that
like
out
it in another? Would you like a street course if it wasn't in Chicago, or is it because you're?
I wouldn't like it as much. I think it's. But here's the thing, I love the street course idea because it being there at Chicago for the inaugural race and seeing the cars genuinely race through the streets and under stoplights, and you could see. I mean, the road is still painted like it's a normal street, and especially with the skyline in the background. It was a surreal feeling to be like, wow, NASCAR is like quite literally in the heart of a city. So if you're going to go to a different city, you got to make it the right one. You got to make it the right place. But I'm all for it being back at Chicago. There's never been more buzz around a racetrack than I've experienced at Chicago, especially from people who were literally, they were in the city. They had no excuse not to go check it out. It was one of those, it's like there was no avoiding the NASCAR race in Chicago. I thought it was a great event this past year.
You know what I would love is if Nashville moved to the fairgrounds, give them a street course,
Yeah.
I would be good with
IndyCar goes
IndyCar
there.
does the street course,
and it is so
and it's a
cool.
good course. It's in the heart of the city.
Go over a
I would be
bridge.
okay with that.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that.
I like that idea. I think you're onto something. Another thing about
Alex,
Nashville
2 trips to Nashville.
is
Two.
I don't think that it
Dibs.
should be
Dibs.
called a super speedway.
No.
I think that the only two
What's
tracks,
the distance of Nashville?
mile and
Yeah.
some change.
6 hours.
I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
From Broadway, about 40 minutes.
I think the only two tracks should be Daytona and Talladega. That should be called super speedways.
Mm.
And,
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, I know it's. I don't know. I just think,
If-
and then that solves our problem.
Change Atlanta too, and then at least we can call it super speedway races again.
Exactly.
You know.
here we go. Alan wants NASCAR to go to Vegas and do a street course. I don't know if Vegas wants a street course after the stuff going down with F1.
Yeah.
But Alan, you were right. That would be so cool to see those cars going down the strip.
Thomas
Dibs.
also commented,
Dibs.
Memorial Coliseum only works for Supercross, not the Busch Light Clash. So, yeah, it seems like there's definitely mixed, and that seems to be the biggest mixed opinion everyone has so far is the location of the non-points event,
Yeah.
one of 2 non-points events of the season. But yeah, all right, we're going back to Chicago, which also heard that the city has until some date in either December or January to back out if they want to. So
So what do you think would happen?
so
Where do you think we'd
that
go?
I don't know. I'm not sure. My
If
guess
only
is it
there
would
was-
probably be especially, and I'll go here in a second, if we're doing Roval again, it might be one of those like COVID-style audibles that we do something local to the Charlotte area.
If only there was a track in Chicago already where they could go race.
Dude, I would also be all for that.
I know you would. That's why.
Chicagoland Speedway.
I wanted to set you up for that one.
Okay.
Daniel Cooper wants a street course in South Boston.
Brandon, what do we think?
The one stoplight town.
I haven't even moved there yet. I
Brandon,
don't know.
can you promise me right now that you will change South Boston into a street course?
I make no
Okay,
such
so
promise.
I don't want South Boston on dirt.
I don't want to derail this too much, but quickly. So we talked about the South Boston bologna sandwich versus burger. Did you guys notice that South Boston itself
Called it a sandwich.
referred to it as a sandwich last week?
No, they asked if you called them a sandwich.
No.
Didn't
No.
he?
No.
What
So-
happened?
Travis is right on this one.
I'm missing something.
Because remember when Travis like, hey, can I get pepper jack cheese
Yeah.
on it? And Brandon's like, I'll let you do it. And then South Boston came back. They're like, if Brandon starts trying to change the ingredients on our sandwich, he's not going to have a very
Okay,
long career in
here's-
South Boston.
here's-
So they called it a sandwich.
Here's a question: is a burger a sandwich?
That's also a good point. I think you could say yes.
Right
a
there.
burger
Look at this.
is definitely a
They
sandwich.
called it
I
a
would agree.
sandwich.
A
But
burger
is a sandwich
is
a burger?
sandwich. No.
No.
A sandwich is not a burger, but a burger is a sandwich.
They
Yeah.
called it a sandwich.
Just like rectangles and
All right,
squares.
back to the race. I was right.
Yes.
I think that's it's debatable.
Okay. Pocono, no track. What do we think is going to happen there?
They're gonna go around in an oval and only turn left.
Like, here's the thing.
I have
People
kind
didn't
of-
love the road course. We
Yeah.
did it for a few years, and like, oh, we want to go back to the oval. But if you remember, the oval wasn't all that exciting of a
That's-
race, and there was a reason we left it in the first place.
The purist in me is happy. The engaged fan in me is kind of like,
yeah.
you know.
Now the question is,
Daniel Cooper is a hot dog a taco.
No, hot dog is not a taco. And yes, a
I
bear
act-
does
I
go
haven't-
in the
I
woods.
have not heard that. I haven't heard that one. That's funny. A burger is not a sandwich.
No, it says how is a burger not a sandwich?
How is a burger not a sandwich? Shoot,
A burger
completely
is a
misread
sandwich.
That.
Yeah.
I completely misread that comment.
Is a Pop-Tart ravioli?
Yes. Yes.
What?
That's
No.
funny. That's funny. Like, it's the
Oh
same
my
concept.
gosh, this is just ridiculous.
I boil my Pop-Tarts.
Oh,
So back to Brickyard.
With the next gen, though,
Exactly.
do you think that will improve the racing at the Brickyard?
it's
I
gonna
think
be.
it absolutely does not hurt.
It's gonna be weird because it's like almost the straightaways are long enough to almost be like draft-esque,
Drafting packs.
and then the intermediate part of it is high speed turn, all of that. So it's just gonna be strange. I have no idea what it's gonna look like. I'm excited though.
Yeah.
And then
Let's
go
see.
ahead and
Where we
schedule your
going?
vacation.
Oh.
Because there's 2 weeks,
2 weeks off. Olympics.
In a row.
Ooh, idea.
I love that.
Idea while there's no racing. Dirty Mo Olympics.
I think we should do the Dirty Mo Olympics.
What-
On
what-
location somewhere. Where are the Olympics this year?
Like Paris.
Paris?
Yeah.
Let's do
Paris.
it. Let's go to Paris
What?
and do the Dirty Mo
What
Olympics.
Dibs.
events?
Dibs.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. Everybody else is taking dibs on all these tracks.
What is an uncrustable?
It's a
HB
peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, but
Yeah.
but is it?
Oh,
a
it's
sandwich?
ravioli.
It's it could be-
Uncrustable is
all-
ravioli
it's-
and a sandwich and
it's
it's a
an
burger.
empanada.
And it's a deep dish pizza or something like that. I don't know. It's everything all in one.
Dictionary definition of a ravioli: small pasta envelopes containing either
pasta.
ground meat, cheese, or
Or
vegetables.
Pop-Tart filling.
There's no fruit filling in
What
a
about
ravioli per the
s'mores? Do they do
definition.
s'mores inside of a ravioli?
But Dirty Mo Olympics.
Would s'mores be a sandwich?
Yes.
S'mores are a sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, it's more burger.
For Dirty Mo Olympics, what events would we participate in?
Mario Kart tournament.
No, I mean like like actual Olympic events.
Oh.
Would we do like a 40-yard dash or
no?
I
We're
don't
gonna have
know.
like 3 blown hammies and like.
Not
Beer
Maris.
pong.
Beer
You know,
pong?
triathlon is an Olympic sport.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You seem
So
like the kind
I'll
of
do that.
person who would do the skiing and shooting the gun one.
This
whatever
is
that
the
is.
Summer
Summer
Olympics.
I know.
Olympics.
I'm just
Cheese.
saying. I know the difference. I'm not. Oh yeah, the Winter Olympics take place in the summer. I'm not
I'm
an
really
idiot.
looking forward to this summer snowboarding. I can't wait to see that in Paris.
Figure skating is my thing.
Dude.
Really, yeah.
I will
for
crush
sure.
you guys in swimming.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he was a swimmer.
Maybe not you because you're in shape.
So see, that's what I mean. Like, okay, there's a swimming.
But if we do anything fitness running, Curlin's gonna win. The kid
Swimming.
is 12 and works out and does all that stuff.
What about
13 and a
like?
half.
What about like?
No, we're doing
not
beer
curling.
pong and flip cup.
Yeah,
and Mario
it's
Kart
gotta be like
and like
putt.
yes,
so
a
Mike
putt
Davis can be
tournament.
involved?
Yes.
Okay, so
A
Mario Kart,
pickleball
beer pong,
tournament.
pickleball,
You
putt
guys are
putt,
getting murdered.
Who can
Go
set up
karts?
the studio fastest?
maybe
Who
go
can set up the
karts.
studio
Yeah.
fastest?
Oh yeah, go karts.
We should just do like all of the stuff they do on
DVC
ESPN
versus
and
Actions
APO show.
Detrimental. Who can drop the podcast first?
Yeah.
That'll be an Olympic event versus me and Travis.
Nah,
Nah, go watch the old Double Dares and do some of those games.
Yeah, there we
An
go.
obstacle course would be really cool.
Oh,
And he gets slimed at the end.
what are some of the obstacles that would be?
You're too young to watch Double Dare, aren't you?
Yeah, he doesn't know Double
Yeah.
Dare.
You look up some YouTube videos.
No, but like, what are some of the obstacles in our obstacle course?
Mm.
You have to
Ad
get
reads.
You have to get around Mike Davis at 5 p.m. and get out to your car.
Oh man.
You
Yeah.
can go do parkour
No,
in the
that-
race shop.
Parkour.
Yeah, we just put stacks of tires up
I
and you
love
gotta
it.
run through them.
Yeah, and then the shop doesn't know about this either.
Yeah. We
And
do
they're like,
curling.
What the hell are these guys doing?
We do curling with the tires.
No, we do
Ooh, yeah.
we do curling with curling.
Yeah, we just
We just
throw it
throw
down.
it.
Yeah,
Get the little brooms.
you
Yeah.
can do that.
So,
So,
let's keep
after our
moving.
off week
Richmond.
weeks, we go to Richmond.
Richmond.
Michigan, that's not really all that interesting. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Daytona is not our regular season cutoff.
How do you feel about that?
It's Daytona, then Darlington because of how we're not shifting Darlington off of that Labor Day
Oh.
date.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
I'm kind of
And,
sad.
and honestly, Bob Pockris tweeted out a great hypothetical. He's like, Daytona is such a good cutoff race. What if we just had 4 races in the first round?
Boom.
Easy.
I like having Daytona where it's
Or-
any driver out there. can-
Or, I mean, not that we want to necessarily add another off week, but we could just have that week in between be an off week and really build up the playoffs.
I saw someone say that Daytona could be in sort of in a way like the wild card round.
Oh,
where,
I like that.
Like
Or-
pretty much like some teams
on,
are already
explain
locked
this.
in. So
Dude.
like it's one race and there are like 4 wild card drivers. So like they're trying to be locked into the race based on those positions. So like this year it would have been Chase Elliott, Bubba, whatever. Pretty much everyone's locked in at that point.
So wait, like,
anyways.
is Daytona our regular season cutoff and
It would-
Darlington's our wild card race?
It would, but like, no, I'm saying Daytona would be that, and then Darlington would start the playoffs.
Oh,
I'm confused.
see,
What are you confused about?
I like your idea, but just make Daytona the regular season cutoff, but the bottom 2 that are in, so like positions 15 and 16 compete against 17 and 18 in a one race Darlington.
That's
you
what
know,
I mean. Like
top
the
2
points,
make it
the
into the
points
playoffs.
don't
No,
matter.
I don't like that at all.
Well, yeah, it's because you
I
don't
mean,
like
you can
fun.
still compete for playoff points and
You
all
don't like
that.
anything changes.
That is not true at all.
That's just. It's a great idea.
It's no.
I've actually always kind of liked the idea of a wild card race.
why?
We're friends again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
friends
Wh-
again.
why? You
I
have
don't
all
know.
these
Our
races.
chat disappeared, or no one's commenting in it anymore. I don't
What
know.
do y'all think about the? What do y'all think about a potential like wild card race? And this is more, and again, this could just be specific for this year, but
Here it is.
the fact that we have Daytona as the regular season cutoff race the last couple of years has made it so freaking exciting.
It just makes
and
me
we're
wanna watch.
losing some momentum going to Darlington and doing this. So it's like, how do we find a way to make Daytona still our regular season cutoff?
Gimmick is the word that a lot of the chat's using right now.
I don't think
Too
that's a
gimmicky.
gimmick.
I had an idea about
Let's hear it,
the
Tims.
week before the playoffs. I've always thought it was a good idea to take that week off too.
Yeah,
And
it's
build
not
it
a
up
bad
as
idea.
a media tour.
I
You
know,
go around the
that's what I'm
country
saying, yeah.
And do all your drivers and build up the playoffs.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love
Instead
that
of just
idea.
rushing into it. You know?
Absolutely. Build some tension a little bit.
I love that idea.
Yeah, it's kind of like how the Super Bowl takes, 2 weeks off?
It's a week in between.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
week?
They get it off week.
For
yeah.
for probably that type of reason, you're building up a little bit more buzz around it.
Yeah, give people some rest and stuff like that. It's different in football, but yeah, I mean it's yeah,
I mean,
like
my
the idea.
vote would be an off week, but
Yeah.
obviously,
obviously
that
I
would
like-
involve playing a bunch of things around. So
All right, let's get into
we
the
end with
playoffs.
Darlington. Let's go to the playoffs. First round of the playoffs. Holy cow! There's a lot to unpack here. We're going to Atlanta to start the first round, race 1 of the playoffs, a drafting track. You could argue pretty wild card race to start your playoffs.
I'm
off.
okay with start like
With a wild card.
yeah.
I mean, that'll really. I mean, what if you get a crazy, unexpected winner right out of the gate going in the next round? I mean,
Yeah.
that's something we have not had traditionally in the first round of the playoffs, especially the first race.
Someone said cutoff race, all right turns only. Yeah, just go backwards around one of the tracks.
Well, I mean, last year you had a non-playoff driver win the first 3 races.
Yeah, but this is more like let's start. This would be the equivalent of let's start the playoffs at Talladega. Like, holy cow,
Yeah, I love
anybody could make it in.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. I think it's cool. Then we go to our first of 2 road courses in the playoffs, which is new.
Yeah.
Watkins Glen. I think it's their first ever NASCAR playoff state. I'm a little skeptical about how the road course product has been to add a second road course into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a bold strategy.
Yeah.
To kind of go, we're going to hedge our bets here and go all in. Not all in, but
because we have, 6 road courses?
something like that. Which, like, COTA has grown on me. I'm a big fan of COTA now. I think it's a great idea to go there and run the race. But honestly, I'm not upset about Watkins Glen because it's a
cool venue.
It's a cool venue. It's historic. It's been in the sport forever. I just don't know why
So,
the hell we're going back to the Roval.
HB Man 23 brings up a good point. All this hinges on fixing the car.
It's true.
Yeah.
If they make some changes,
It's true.
then
every
a lot of
every
the things
track
that
would
we're
be great.
saying
Yeah.
could, but I don't know if that's gonna.
Yeah.
2 road courses and 2 draft tracks in the playoffs. Talk about gimmicky. I mean,
Okay. Every time
If
we
you
say the
wanna
word
talk-
gimmicky, take a drink.
here's the thing, though. If
ran
you
out
want to
of
talk
Coke.
gimmicky, like, isn't that the whole point of the playoffs? I mean, not saying the point
Yeah.
is to be gimmicky, but you've got rounds.
I just
You're
think- I think the playoffs-
creating drama and
Yeah.
excitement. But then again, to be fair, I mean, when you look at there's 6 road courses out of 36 races. That's like 16.5%
Yeah.
of our season. Should 2 of those line the most important 10 races of our season?
I think that the playoffs should be a tour of the most prestigious tracks on the NASCAR schedule. And I don't think that the Roval is one of them. I think the Oval, first of all, the October race used to be my favorite race at Charlotte. I think that there's just, I don't know, we're missing the mark here a little bit on some of these.
So let me ask you this then. Would you be completely okay with Watkins Glen being in the playoffs
Yes.
if we went to the Charlotte Oval?
Yes.
Yes.
1,000%.
I think I would be too.
It's the double.
It's the
road course
double
for me.
and the Roval. You talk about a gimmick. The Roval is a gimmick, in my opinion.
Bob Pockris, someone responded to him, "What's with the Roval? I thought we were going back to the Oval." And he said,
Dale
and
thought
this
we
is-
were going away from it.
I know, yeah. So Bob said the theory is that with one race on the Oval and one race on the road course, it makes the 600 a more valuable ticket because that's your opportunity to see the Oval race at Charlotte. To only get them see race on an Oval once a year. But then I could argue, well, Bristol, we tried to make one ticket more valuable than the other, or we tried to make both tickets
It's
more
in
valuable.
Charlotte.
Have you been to
People-
Have you been to the Roval? Have you
I have
been to
been
the
to
I
the
have.
Roval.
Okay.
It is a
Is
very cool fan experience.
But like half of the grandstands are closed, aren't they? Like turns 1 and 2, there's no one sitting out there. They don't even have those tickets available.
I would not be able to speak to that. 'cause
I don't
can't
remember when I was there.
I
I
was
sat
hammered.
start finish line, and I don't even think they sold tickets over there. Turn 4 was because they came off, but pretty much after the heartburn turn, like Dale likes to call it, I don't think there were any tickets over there. I mean, I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. But
Also,
or it was just so empty that no one was there.
What was the attendance like before it was switched?
I mean, it wasn't great, but I'm not going to say it was. But I don't. But with this product now,
I know.
changes everything.
That's the thing. It's
like
like you
before,
have
it
to-
wasn't
you
good
have to-
because the racing wasn't
Yeah.
good.
It's like when you're crafting the schedule, especially at the tracks, you know you can control either road course or not. The road courses just they've kind of fallen flat. I feel like, and I can't tell you for sure, but I feel like that's why we're going back to stage cautions is to
Yeah.
kind of break things up,
I
make
just-
things a little bit more interesting. Well, we brought those back because the last 2 road course races we had weren't all too great. So again, you got to take a look at the car and the package. And, I mean, the Charlotte Oval race this year, the 600 was awesome.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
next-gen car.
Like,
if we want a great playoff race, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's just look, I don't run racetracks. I'm not Marcus Smith. I'm not Ben Kennedy. I don't know anything, but I know that when I watch it,
you're listening.
I know that when I watch it, I want to see the oval. And obviously I work at Dirty Mo Media, but as a fan of the sport, I would go to both races.
Mm-hmm.
They're both different. One is a cooler atmosphere. It's a little bit more like family kind of oriented. The Coca-Cola 600 to me is like our Indy 500 in a little bit of a way. I mean,
we've got
Daytona 500, but you get what I'm saying. Like it could be similar.
So would you make it like 400? What would you make?
Yes. I would do a 400 mile race.
I would shorten it too because it used to be 500.
Yes.
And you don't need
that was
it
too
to be
long.
I'd go
500.
400.
I would do a 400 mile race at Charlotte in October.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Sign me up for that.
Adam Brown is joining the show, talking Phoenix as a championship race. We are not there yet, but I do have some thoughts on that.
'Cause we're getting there.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. We get into round 2 of the playoffs. Kansas, Talladega, Charlotte, Roval. We kind of just discussed the Roval. Yeah. The other 2 tracks doesn't really surprise me all too much.
Yeah, I mean,
Kansas is back in the second round. That's about the only change.
I like Kansas.
Yeah.
It's a great track. I like Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had a great race there, last weekend.
I like round 2 being our wild card round.
A little bit.
In a sense.
Yeah.
But then you have some stability in Kansas. I mean, you can obviously play to your strengths at a road course, but they're different.
Yeah.
We discussed Roval. The last round before we get to our championship race, Las Vegas. Is this the first time Vegas is in the round of 8?
Yeah, because
it kicks off the round of 8 this year.
Yeah.
This year it does. You're right. Duh. I'm so stupid.
Because you guys are there next week.
Acceptance is the first step.
Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vegas is in the round of 8 this year. I think that's a great call. I think we should do it again for 2024, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. Homestead and Martinsville finish it off. Miami, greatest mile and a half that is an active track in NASCAR. I would say Chicagoland Speedway rivaled it for the best, but I freaking love Homestead Miami Speedway. It deserves to be.
Is it a mile and a half?
Homestead?
That was 2 miles.
Yeah, Homestead's a mile and a half.
I don't know.
You guys will make a bet on it?
Homestead's a mile and a half.
I could be wrong.
Make a bet.
Martinsville to finish off the regular season again. That cutoff race is dependent on the car.
Betting on the car again.
And if you wanted to bet on the car, knowing this,
would
you
Homestead.
Swap Homestead and Martinsville?
Yes.
Just swap those 2 races?
Yes.
I agree. Or let's get to Adam's point right now, shall we? Let's just move Homestead back to the damn championship race.
Yes.
Absolutely love it.
Put Phoenix where Homestead is now or whatever. I don't care where take Phoenix off the schedule for all I care.
Yeah.
Mile and a half.
I mean,
It's a mile and a half. Okay.
I had everything to gain with Phoenix being the championship race after going to Arizona State for 4 years. It was my home track. Forks up. Fork 'em Devils. It was awesome. I mean, to have the championship race in that city. But I told people, even from everything that I personally and selfishly benefited from Phoenix being the championship race, Miami is the best host for a championship event.
Yes, I think Miami should be up there. It should be where we finish the season. If there was another track, we talked about this earlier in the year.
South Boston.
Travis throws his hat in the ring for South Boston.
Let's not Miami, not Phoenix. Where do you throw the championship race?
If the weather would hold out.
That's the caveat for everything that we have right. I hate it.
If Charlotte.
Oh, the oval here?
The Roval.
No. What the hell? No. Absolutely not.
I will also throw in that's an SMI track. NASCAR's going to
not going to have it.
NASCAR's going to host their event.
So give me some NASCAR tracks.
What about we start with Daytona and we end with Daytona?
No, it's a terrible idea.
I know that before. I didn't like that either.
Bristol, somebody said.
Bristol's SMI again. But Bristol's not bad. Vegas is also SMI.
So Titanium brings Phoenix doesn't deserves but one.
Yeah,
get rid of
the new Fontana
what about
for
Darlington?
the 2025.
What about Darlington?
Darlington's not bad, weather permitting.
I'll go with the tracks that Denny's good at.
I don't hate Darlington. It's historic. You got to look at the venue. Obviously, I think the reason we're going to Phoenix is
market. Yeah.
It's a good market, and they did a lot to revamp the fan experience. It's a nice championship venue.
There's nothing better than Homestead, in my opinion.
There's nothing better
There
than
really isn't.
Homestead. I can't think of a better answer than Homestead.
Somebody said Vegas.
Yeah, it's again SMI.
Yeah.
NASCAR's
But in terms of, okay, let's get rid of the SMI rule. Vegas is not bad.
no, but then why not just do it in Charlotte?
Yeah, but I like someone's answer here, and the chat just repopulated, so I can't see it. If we can fix the short track package, it's Fontana Short Track 2025. It's still on the West Coast. It's a NASCAR track. It's a championship finale. I'm for it.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Again,
against
it all relies on though the next gen car being good at a short track
it,
because
which it is not.
because
Plus-
if you can't,
Yeah.
Plus, that would be a
stinks.
neutral site because nobody's ever raced on it before.
right. Oh,
Oh,
great
sign
point.
me up for that.
Yeah, I'm in for that. I'm sold on that. That's my answer
I
if
could
it's
get
not
behind it.
Miami.
I'm always going to be loyal
There it
where we're
is.
from.
Make the change in NASCAR. We voted on it.
What about a championship round?
Like 3 races instead of 1.
That's
Did
what
Denny
so
talk
DH
about
brought
that?
that up, and
3 races
I
instead
like
of 1?
flipping it.
DH's things was either 10 races or at least make it where it's like 3. Like all these other rounds are 3 races, and then it's just 1 race, winner take all.
but I like flipping it a little bit and doing 1 race at the beginning that decides the wild cards. So everybody's already locked in. You have your top 20.
Oh.
And then you have 1 race at the beginning, which is Daytona, that knocks out your wild cards or it seals them in, and then you have
Let
3,
me-
3, 3.
let me even-
Okay.
Hold
That's
on.
what I was getting.
Hold on.
Don't-
Now that I understand it, I support it.
I like that. I'm gonna make it even better.
Nope, it's
we
already
talk
good.
about how
It's
we
a
talk
burger.
about we talk about how 16
sandwich.
we talk about how 16 is such a big freaking number
Knock that
for the
number
playoffs.
down.
Let's make it 16, but you only got 1 chance, and then we cut it back down to 12.
Yes,
Because
but
you were saying 20 and then cut it back to 16.
whatever it is, but what you yes, exactly. And
So
but,
like really the
but
playoff
like
field
Truex
is
would
12.
still be the favorite. Like he's pretty much locked in the next round
Yeah.
regardless. But
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
McDowells and your Bubba Wallaces and your all that are in that. Like they've got and Bubba's great at dates. Like it, I really think that could be a fun thing to do and really put some eyeballs on the sport. I didn't come up with that idea. I saw that on Twitter,
What do you
but
think
someone
about-
probably the same guy who did the Mario Kart standings.
Justin Baxter, bring
I
Richmond
like that
back.
idea a lot.
Bring Richmond back in the playoffs or last race before playoffs, like old times.
I actually kind of liked the last race before the playoffs was
Yeah.
Richmond, and maybe that was something just nostalgic about it.
If you do the Daytona thing, then put
Tim's
Richmond
doesn't
in.
like it.
No. Well,
You-
don't move
well-
it off. Don't
well-
move it off a track like Daytona.
Oh,
That's
I
so
agree.
much-
Actually, yeah, Daytona's
so
a
much
great
buzz.
track for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I do think the one winner take all race.
neutral 1.5
It's a little
from
weird.
Mofo.
I don't like it.
That's a good name.
So
Mofo.
Mofo.
about this year, there's a
But again, that neutral 1.5 track can be Miami if you only race there once a year.
Yeah, but I would love to see a final round, crown a champion, and it's short track, 1.5
Oh yeah,
or and Watkins
best
Glen
of 3
or yeah,
disciplines.
exactly, something like that.
I like that a lot.
Are you guys
Yeah.
prepared for a triple burnout in Phoenix?
Is there going to
Triple
be one?
burnout.
Winner of the race is a
Oh
non
my God.
is a non-playoff driver.
Playoff.
Owners champion.
Winner of the championship and Kevin Harvick.
No, no,
4 burnouts. Then.
no. Non-playoff driver wins.
Mm-hmm.
Playoff driver wins championship.
Chase.
Chase Elliott
Yeah.
wins ownership.
And Kevin Harvick because he's retired.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. 4 for
Yeah.
4, right?
And then Jimmy Johnson does a victory lap.
Yeah.
We could have a triple.
We could have 5. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my rental car out.
Why not? It was cool
gonna go
when
do
Formula
that.
1 did it whenever, what's his name, retired. Forget who it was. Doesn't matter.
Vettel.
Formula 1 stinks.
All right, so how about this in the chat? We got the schedule out. We want to hear your ranking out of 10. 10 out of 10 being this is the best schedule I've ever seen. 1 out of 10 being like, wow, we need to rewrite the whole thing. We
Yeah.
want to hear your rankings, initial thoughts on that, especially given the fact that we won't be going to Montreal like
Yep.
it was rumored and some of these other venues.
Yeah.
And
And tell us the one race you would change. If you could only change one, what would it be?
Ooh, we got a
7 out of 10.
7.
I agree with that.
It's solid.
I agree with the 7.
I will say I will give it a lower rating than this year's. I
How?
like this year's schedule.
4, 8. Ooh, Dylan just a 1.
How
Okay, here we
with
go.
Bristol Dirt.
A 7
Indy
would be a
road
9
course.
if Daytona was season finale. So J Card SI.
It's not, but that's not going to happen.
But-
so, I get what you're saying. 8 out of 10. I like the chaos, but I understand people wouldn't like it. Montreal would make it a 9. I don't know what Montreal
I think
does.
the pros of this year's Daytona cutoff. We don't have 2 road courses in the playoffs.
I guess
we
you're
don't
fair.
have Atlanta and Talladega.
I'd probably rank them the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Ooh,
really
here we
wow
go.
me.
I'm giving it a solid 8 for including Watkins Glen in the playoffs.
Okay. Got
Okay.
a Watkins Glen fan.
Interesting.
Daytona swap
Ooh,
with Chicago Street.
Adam wants
I
Canada
agree.
instead of Chicago. He basically said Curlin sucks there.
Chicago Street as a regular season cutoff could be kind of
No,
I just want Daytona back in the July.
I do not
4th
want-
spot because that's just.
I do not want Chicago
kind of
Street.
like it the regular season cutoff.
Well,
Daytona.
yeah, but do Talladega then.
Talladega's in the playoffs.
Then do Daytona 3 times for all I care. I don't give a damn. Whatever. We all pretend to be experts. We really don't know. This is the best they can do right now, and I'm not gonna watch.
Yeah, no. I mean, there are also, for as much as I like this year's schedule, there are also a lot of great pros for next year's schedule too. I mean, we talked all about Iowa. I love that Chicago, the venue, is coming back.
But you're biased there.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're not.
I'm sure Atlanta will be a very fun wild card to watch in the beginning of the playoffs. Like, there are a lot of pros.
Let me ask you a
from this schedule.
non-NASCAR question.
All right.
Oh, dear God.
What are your thoughts on deep dish pizza?
Sucks. Can we?
I'm good with it. It's not like my primary go-to order, but
Just give me a lasagna then.
Yeah, it's a bread lasagna.
You know what doesn't get enough love?
ravioli Pop-Tarts.
Detroit style pizza.
Detroit's decent, but nothing's better than a New York slice.
You ever have some pizza from New Haven, Connecticut?
No,
Oh,
never
you've
been up
had
to
pizza
Connecticut.
until you've had New Haven, Connecticut.
I've had pizza plenty.
Now we talked a lot about the Roval. That is where we're going this week.
Mhm.
Do
make
we
our-
want to make our picks?
Let's make our picks.
Before we make our picks, this pains me. I hate it. I don't want to do it. Well done, Brandon.
Brandon picked Ryan Blaney, the race winner. Nicely done.
Clap for him. He picked the winner.
I just spoke up for it.
Come on.
Woo! There
You
it
got
is.
one in.
There it
There we
is.
go.
He got it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Lucky guess.
You get to pick last, Brandon.
He's only won there 3 times. It's a lucky guess.
Yeah, it was pretty lucky.
Hey, I picked last. You guys
Shoot,
didn't pick
dude.
it.
Wait, hold on. I got to pick first.
Yeah, because the winner goes last.
Yeah, so I picked Brad Keselowski. He
I
finished
think
like
I picked,
80th.
I think I picked Busher.
You picked Bell.
You picked Bell.
No.
And
I
you won
picked
with
Busher.
Bell.
What do you mean I won?
Like,
won.
you
Oh,
finished the highest.
Oh, between us three.
Bell
no,
finished
'cause
14th.
Brand doesn't count.
I know Brandon's just
Chris
a guest
Buescher.
fish. He's like Vanna White.
Finished 19th.
Over there.
Brad Keselowski finished 32nd. He was my pick. So I pick first. Dalton goes second. Travis goes third. In my opinion, there are 3 obvious drivers
Obvious.
Let's hear him.
that I think will be picked for the Roval.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to go. Oh, shoot, man.
Give me the
Stalling.
3. Give me the 3 first.
I'm going to pick. No, I'm not going to give you the 3. I'll give you the 3 once we're done
Stalling.
picking.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm picking Ryan Blaney.
Really?
Dude, he's got nothing to lose. He's not racing for points. He has a win at the Roval, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and out of the playoff drivers, second best average finish.
So you bring up
out of that
You
group.
bring up a good point. There
He's
are
not racing for stage points, so
But-
he is.
if he
You don't like it.
So I think
pick.
I think
the
that's
one thing you have to be careful with is he's not racing, but depending on where he qualifies, he might race and get if he can get that stage point at stage 1, like he needs some playoff points. He's still low.
And so I was between 2 playoff drivers
Who are those 2?
for this, and there's a reason I picked Blaney over the other guy.
Who was it?
Dalton will probably pick him right here.
I don't know.
Somebody says Corey says pick
man.
Larson.
Man, there are so many drivers I could pick here. I mean,
Who you got?
there is some of the more obvious ones. Willie B has won a lot of races this year, including a road course. DH is great at the road courses. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick. Shit, even Ross Chastain and Kyle Busch.
Dude,
But
you might want
I-
to look at Ross Chastain's stats at the Roval first.
Let's
Probably
read
not
them.
He's
great.
got a bunch of 0 pulls, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, 0 top 10s,
Yikes.
26.5 average finish.
He's been kind of
I would be kind of worried if I'm Ross Chastain.
I'm
so
gonna
that means
pick.
he's gonna win.
I'm gonna pick a guy off the list here.
Justin Haley.
It's on my sheet, and it is Tom Hanks, who's at the bottom of my
Yeah, I
list.
changed it.
No, I am going to pick a non-playoff driver.
No.
I know who's picking.
He is the son of the one and only Bill Elliott.
No!
Chase Elliott is going to win the Roval.
So I was between. So out of the 3 drivers that are obvious picks, 2 of them have been picked.
Really?
Blaney, Chase Elliott, and there's one more driver remaining. I'm curious to
Sorry,
see if
Travis. I didn't mean to upset you like that.
Travis picks him.
Let me go to the predictor.
You already This guy's cheating over here, by the way. He's using the damn Dirty Mo Doe predictor.
Chase Elliott is an excellent pick.
Ooh, someone said McDizzle.
McDowell is also a great pick.
I picked him.
No, you didn't.
No, I was saying, have I picked him? I'm checking my. Just cross-checking it. Give me Tyler Reddick.
And there it is.
That was the other one.
Those are the 3 drivers who
that was the other one.
I think are the 3 standouts of this race. Ryan Blaney.
Bro.
Ryan Blaney.
That's
Chase
assault,
Elliott,
brother.
Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick has the best out of the 12 drivers. Now, Chase Elliott. Top 6 average finishing positions. Tyler Reddick has the 2nd best average finish out of the entire field at 7.3. Chase Elliott, 3rd best at 8. And then Ryan Blaney is I'm actually getting 2 different stat categories.
Wait, hold on
here.
a second. We forgot a pick.
Oh, no, Ryan Blaney's 5th.
Hey, Brandon.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah, Brandon, who you got?
How you going? I will say Travis stole my pick, so
Deal with it, loser.
Who's the 4th best?
I was going to commend you for
You can
it
still
because,
take Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks for the win. He did run a lot in that one movie, Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He also crashed a plane into the Pacific or whatever. He's
Dude's
actually
been
crashed
all
2
over
planes.
He also had
and a
he
ship.
also had a boat taken. Like, don't travel with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
so my thought process behind picking Reddick was, he's so low in points, they're going to be going for a win. That's what they're going to be doing. They're going to try to win the race.
Low in points, dude. He's -2.
Yeah, but he's out of the cut line right now. He's
Yeah,
out
but
of it.
this race-
he
Denny
doesn't
was
have
saying
He's
cushion.
going to go for stage
He's not
points,
going for the
man.
win. He's going for stage
Yeah. I
points,
think
and
he's
that's
gonna
going
go
to
for the
screw
win.
his strategy up.
No,
I
he's
think
going to
he's
go for
gonna go for
stage
the win.
points.
That's why I didn't pick Tyler Reddick. Exactly that reason is because he's going to be flipping stages to not set himself up for the win.
I think he was really fast at
What
Coda.
do you know?
I think he's gonna try to go for the W, especially if that car is really fast right off the jump. Anyway, so saying that, I'm gonna go with Kyle Larson. He's
That's
got
a
a
good
points
pick.
Larson is a
buffer,
good pick.
and he's a former Roval winner, very good at road courses. I think it's gonna happen.
That's why I was gonna pick. One of the reasons I was gonna pick Chase is the first race I ever went to was the Roval when he won.
Yep.
So I was gonna pick him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's
He'd be
just
the
kind of
first-
at the point now where he's like, screw it. I'm going for the Owners'
He'd
Championship.
be the first non-playoff driver, and he sits
but-
4th in the ownership points.
You know how-
4th.
You know who has the best average finish out of the entire active Cup Series field that we have not talked about?
Kyle Busch.
Alex Bowman.
Oh, really?
Out of 4 races, average finish 6 flat
Interesting.
for the 48 driver.
Well,
he will be someone
Well,
to watch.
congrats.
Speaking of Kyle Busch, does he have a shot at all?
Ooh, dude, I
No.
don't know because
To win
Well,
the race, because
so-
you got to
he
win
is
the race.
-26.
So DH brought
and
up a
let's
good
look
point.
at his Roval stats. I mean, he has
It depends on
2
where he
top
qualifies.
5s, 2 top 10s, and 2 DNFs. 21.2 average finish. I mean, that is an uphill battle.
Qualifying's
for
gonna
Kyle
be
Busch.
huge for him.
He is
Yeah.
good at road courses, though. I mean, he almost won.
I mean-
or he won Coda, didn't he? Who won Coda this year?
I don't think it was Kyle.
Tyler Reddick. I think.
Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick.
Oh, who picked
Yeah,
him?
yeah
He
but
almost-
Tyler
And
Reddick
he was
wasn't
far
racing
and
for
away
points.
dominant at
Right.
Yeah.
Coda as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Kyle Busch will make it.
What's the standings in our little deal?
So it's well, if we're including Brandon,
No, we're not.
I
We're
picked
not.
Bell at Bristol, and he finished ahead of all of you guys' picks.
We're
It
not
would
including.
be-
You haven't picked
okay,
every
so
would
week.
then
be
let's definitely not
2-2-0.
include Brandon
He hasn't-
because
he hasn't
I
picked every-
won Bristol.
He hasn't picked every week.
It would be
So it's
2-2-0.
I won the first 2, you've won the last 2, and Dalton won't win any.
I also haven't won any in fantasy football, by the way.
Oh, dang.
I am just
Oh
down
my god!
bad.
So last week
down bad.
I
right
lost by
now.
like half a point to Curlin. This week I lose
No,
by
no,
like
no,
a
no,
point
no,
and a
no.
half to Tiff. All I need. Hey, Patrick Mahomes, you screwed me in 3 bets last week by not running into the end zone this weekend. Instead, he jumped out at the 1.
Let me tell you, I was watching our little probability predictor when I played TIFF.
Mine just.
I was 99% expected to win. Harrison Butker kicks like a 50-yard field goal, and I lose because she had Harrison Butker or something like that. I was so upset. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
I can't be too bad because in points 4, I'm like second to last.
Yeah, I'm going to get skunked, I think.
You're kind of smoking some people right now.
I know my stuff. I did lose for the first time last week. So tough week all around.
Who'd you lose to?
I believe I lost to Andrew Curlin, actually.
Wow. Come on. Oh, and he had Montgomery on the bench too, right?
Yeah. That was tough.
Yeah, I don't know anything about football, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude, you suck.
that's kind of embarrassing. You lost to me.
Yeah.
Colby's team is
Is
taking
kicking
some names right
doing
now.
good?
Kicking bass and taking names. Yeah.
Nice.
All
All right. Well, good stuff.
Our last little bit. First of all, if you haven't bought tickets to the Westgate show
we're gearing up for
in
that.
Vegas,
It's not too late.
go buy tickets. It's going to be fun. We've been having a ton of meetings, a ton of content to talk about, and yeah, we're just getting crazy
Did you
here.
take that shot?
Do we want to try our new segment?
Oh, we're doing this?
I think we're going to try our new segment.
Jeez, what is it
So
again?
for this to happen, y'all need to switch seats.
Hold on. What is it?
It's called Make Us Laugh. That's what it's called.
Is Tim's doing this?
No. So what's going to happen here is Travis is going to sit in the captain's seat, and he is going to think about waterfalls and music that he likes and puppies and all this stuff, and he's going to try his best not to laugh. And you and I, mostly you, are going to read our chat, and our chat is going to try to make Travis laugh.
Okay. So
And
like give us jokes and stuff like that.
So, but Travis, you can't look at the screen. You can't read them before we get them to you. You have to hear these from the mouth of Andrew Curlin. So, chat,
Oh, this is loud in these headphones.
go ahead and give us your best. Give us your best joke. Throw something at Travis.
Or you could roast Travis.
You could roast
too.
Travis. Brandon, can you get in close on Travis? And, yeah, fire away.
Don't zoom too far in.
No, yeah, we
All
get
right.
worried about that. I can kick it off.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, Travis, I'm deathly afraid of the calendar. I mean, its days are numbered.
Almost.
Oh shoot! I'm afraid for the calendar, not of the calendar.
He didn't laugh.
Oh shoot!
All right, I got
These nuts.
all right. Should we do 3 strikes?
This
that
has
was,
to be so out of it.
We'll do 3 strikes. So
We also have the doors open in the gift shop.
You're
That had to be
one.
so
I
random.
know.
I was not expecting.
You're 1 down. All right, so Travis has 1 strike. All right, give us your best, chat. Come on. Do something. While we're waiting, I'll do one. Got a joke for you. Grasshopper walks into a bar. Okay. Pulls up a seat, goes and sits down. Bartender goes, "Can I get you anything?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll take a beer." He goes, "Hey, by the way, you know we got a drink named after you?" He goes, "Really? You got a drink named Kevin?"
I've heard that joke.
Ah, damn it.
What do you call? You can't look at the chat. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Frank.
I have no idea.
Did you say Frank?
I did say Frank.
That didn't count. It can count.
These
Whatever.
nuts was the
I don't
best
care.
one.
All right. What did the jam? Okay.
Did you know that singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth? Then it becomes a soap opera.
You almost killed him there.
That's the goal, dude. That is the goal.
delivery.
I know. It's. I would not be able to last doing this.
All right, he gets 1 more strike.
All right,
It's
one more.
What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? I still have no idea.
That's a laugh.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
So originally it's HB Man 23 commented that they just said, "What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs and no punchline?" And I was just gonna sit there on it until they come into the punchline.
Oh man. All right. Do we want to try this
Round-
with anyone
oh.
else? Travis says it's 3 strikes.
Man,
How long do you think you would last?
Me? I
Yeah.
don't know. We can try.
Yeah.
You want to try real quick?
It doesn't matter to me.
Any of y'all too. Tim's is either cooking something up or.
Nah, we'd be here all day.
Yeah. I'm nice and comfy right now.
Yeah.
All right. I'll read them to you.
What'd you say, Tim?
I said if I was in the chair, we'd be here all day.
Here's one. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Someone said Andrew looks like Ty Gibbs if he worked at Sears.
Mm.
Andrew doesn't know what Sears is.
Damn it. I should have said something that was from this decade. All right. Come on, chat. Give us something.
Ty Gibbs working at Sears.
Here's one. Blind guy walks into a bar, grabs his service dog by the tail, and starts swinging him over his head. Bartender says, "What the hell are you doing?" Blind guy says, "Looking around."
Nice.
How
That's
did
a
you
good.
not
That's a nicely written one.
Oh, my gosh. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes.
It's gonna. Dalton's got more strikes than me.
I'm sorry.
He's the one reading it.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along.
Mm.
That one got me.
I read that one earlier.
Oh, damn.
What you got?
So my neighbor, he gave me a new roof for free.
Yeah.
Said it was on the house.
Yeah, that's good. That's funny. On the house.
Corey, no dark humor. I don't want to get in trouble.
No, I want dark humor. Give me some dark humor.
Okay, Andrew wants dark humor, but just know that I can't say
And then how about
everything
this?
that's in the stuff.
If you can't say it, then you tell me to look at the chat, and I'll just look.
Okay.
All right.
Just no bad words.
The other day I was driving and I ran over a dear friend of mine.
Gosh.
It's an Anthony Jeselnik joke.
That
Yeah.
wasn't funny.
That was hilarious.
It was
That did not
Dalton
make me, that
laughed.
did not make me laugh.
I don't like you. That's why Dalton and I are friends.
I think it's
Exactly.
that chair.
Yeah.
It makes you laugh.
Someone's calling me. My dad's calling me.
Oh, man.
Answer it.
Speaking of dad jokes.
Should I answer him?
Answer it.
Yeah?
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let him know.
Dad, we're live on our YouTube channel right now, and I've got the phone up to the mic.
Oh, hey, great. That's that's nice.
What do you think of the schedule that came out?
Asking for a dad joke.
Well, you know my personal feelings. I'm so happy about Chicago.
Yeah. See? What did I tell you?
Another
Yeah.
biased person.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he have a dad joke for us?
Yeah, we're doing dad jokes. I don't know if you have any dad jokes.
They're just jokes to him.
Yeah, they're just jokes to him.
Yeah, I don't have any off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
All right.
That's all right.
That's all right. I'll call you back in a little bit.
Hey, how about this? Can you really tell me why? What's wrong with having dad jokes? All right.
What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. They told me to answer the phone. So.
All right. That's cool. I'm
Okay.
working out, by the way.
Say what?
I'm working out.
Oh, he's working out.
Man,
That's why he's out of breath.
again, Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
Tell him I have a beer in my hand, though.
He's got a beer in his
Oh,
hand.
good for him.
So does Travis. But that's not really surprising.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
See ya.
Wow, didn't say love you.
Man,
There
that was
he is.
awesome. All right, I think we need to just wrap the show
Yeah,
up.
we need
It's
to
been an
end it.
hour and
We
10
need to-
minutes.
yeah. It's really been that long? Dang.
Yes. Oh, man.
Oh my God! Did you see the rock? The
Yes.
rock one.
It's
How
so
are
bad.
how are
don't
the
think we can
how
do
are the
it.
movies in the Sixth Sense alike?
My parents made
I see
me walk
dead
the
people.
plank. My parents made me walk the plank. We couldn't afford a dog. Oh, he's gonna spit.
He's gonna do
Oh,
it.
he didn't. He didn't.
All right.
That was a good one to end
Let's
on.
end the show.
Woo!
Yeah.
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 All right, this was fun. All right, take us out.
Oh my God, the last one is not allowed to be read.
I know.